Well, hi, everybody. Today we have another quick lesson on the Weissenborn in the tuning of open D. For this lesson today, this is a very simple lesson, more about the mechanics of both hands and utilizing them together. Also, because we're in the tuning of open D, it's a natural major key. And so it can be a little bit, there's different ways to get to minors on that. We won't get into great detail on that today. However, this particular lesson will be based in B, in the key of B. And it's somewhat minor. The B is minor, and I'll show you how we get there. So tuning of open D, and this lesson is in the key of B with a minor flavor. So stay tuned. We'll get right down to this here. We'll break it apart. There will be a jam track again today to play along with this. So stay tuned. This little lick today utilizes mostly a backward roll, which we've discussed in previous lessons. It's a pretty popular technique for banjo players. Also works with dobro players and Weissenborn players. Now, this particular lesson today, as I stated before, we're going to be in the key of B, and it's minor. So the bar is going to start at the 9th fret. Okay, and so what we're doing here, first of all, the bar is, for this first chord, the bar is only going to cover the bottom 3 strings. Now, as we're doing that, this is where the backward roll comes into play, and I'll just show it to you quickly here. Very simple. Depending on your coordination, I always find the backward roll to be a little more difficult until I get comfortable with it. It took me a long time to get cozy with it. The forward roll I had right away. It was that backward roll that got me. So the trick with this lesson today is we're doing 2 things at once. We're trying to maintain a steady vibrato on those bottom drone strings. Now, this may be a little more difficult to hear because I'm plugged into a preamp, but when you're at home playing the Weissenborn acoustically, you'll hear how that sounds. It really picks up the resonance of the instrument. Now, while we're doing that, we're also doing the backward roll. So you can see my hands are working together with each other, trying to maintain a steady vibrato while also doing the backward roll. Now, the next part of this riff goes down to the 5th fret, still covering the bottom 3 strings. However, now we have to take the bar and we have to slide it up to also include the 3rd string. So the chord should sound like this. That's what it sounds like. Now, the vibrato remains the same, as well as the backward roll on the top 3 strings. So it should be like this. And then the final part of this lick goes up to the 7th fret. Still the same, we just slide up to it. We're still covering the bottom 4 strings. And then leaving the top 2 strings open. That's what your chord should sound like. And again, the same rolling, backward rolling technique with the vibrato at the same time. And then we simply go right back up to the 9th fret to finish it. But we get to the 9th fret, you have to remember to take the slide down one string. So now we're only covering the bottom 3 strings again, as it was when we started the riff. Now, one bad habit that I have is I always tend to play a little too close to the bridge. If you can be cognizant of this, depending on your style, and this might just be second nature for you, this riff sounds way better when you're picking closer to the sound hole. It's just a bigger, richer, bottom end kind of sound. So let's just run the whole lick before we get to the jam track. Now, the mechanics might be just a little bit difficult when you first begin doing this. Maybe you'll be a natural. I was not a natural. It's taken me a long time to practice and get these two hands to work in conjunction with each other. And even now, I still struggle sometimes. In any case, hang in and we'll get straight to the jam track. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little quick lesson on the Weissenborn in the tuning of open D while playing in the key of B minor. I welcome all the new subscribers. I'm really seeing growth in this channel, and I'm getting lots of positive comments from the beginner players stating that this is an easy entry-level way to begin enjoying this instrument before we get into the technical difficulties of different styles. So I super appreciate the support. As a result, I've opened Walshy's Academy of Strings. This is a digital online one-on-one learning course. I can do this through Zoom. I can do this through Skype, pro audio, pro video, right here in the Beard Bunker where we are now. And you can find me at Walshy's Academy of Strings. That's facebook.com/slide guitar lessons. If the one-on-one lessons is not quite as deep as you want to go, but you are having a good time here and feeling like, man, I'd sure like to support Walshy over there, you can find me at patreon.com/Dan Walsh. In any case, hang in there, stay tuned. We got lots to come here, and enjoy playing the slide guitar.